everyone, and welcome to this walkthrough when it comes to the Labor Day tournament. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, be a subscriber and be a part of the 20,000 giveaway that we will be having when and hopefully reach 20,000 subscribers here on YouTube. So also check out patreon.com/golfclashtommy. You can find the link in the video description. On that site you can book training sessions with me. You can sign up to get the text guides for the tournaments before everyone else, because those that are patrons will get it already on Wednesday or Thursday when the public release or the official release is late Saturday or Sunday for the tournament. Also, we do have a new merchandise store. That's absolutely amazing. Check out, we do have one shirt there and one mug, different sizes of course. We're going to add more in the near future, so you can find the link to that in the description down below as well. So I'm going to go for a quick walkthrough here. I know I do this before every tournament, trying to describe, especially for you that are not maybe fully aware on how a tournament works in the game of Golf Clash. First and foremost, a tournament most of the time are every other week, and it starts on a Monday and it ends on a Monday morning. Again, if we talk Central European time, if it is like American time or something like that, then it's going to be a different type of time. So Labor Day tournament starts Monday 9 AM Central European time, the 3rd of September, and we're going to start off with the qualifying round, day 1. And you do have 3 qualifying rounds, and first we'll start with day 1. You're going to play in a bracket with 20 different people, and 50% of those players will go to the next round. If you do not qualify on day 1, then you can try again on day 2. If you don't qualify on day 2, then you can qualify on day 3. If you don't qualify on any of the days, then you are going to be out from the tournament. If you qualify for just any of the days, you will not be having to play all the days. So you can play one day of them, qualify, then you don't have to play until the opening round. So we're going to go in here and check. Here you can see the 3 different rounds to play. Qualifying round, then we play 9 holes. Opening round, we do play 18 holes, and weekend round, we play 18 holes. So the opening and the weekend round is of course going to be harder, because to maintain focus during 18 holes is always going to be very tough compared to just 9 holes. Scoring is based on shots taken. The fewer shots you complete your matches in, the higher you will rank. And as you can see on Golf Clash own examples here, Tiffany has -6 of the 9 holes and Seb has -5 of the 9 holes, which means that Tiffany has a better score than Seb and therefore will be before him in the bracket. And then when it comes to many situations in the tournament where you had the same score as your opponent, then the tiebreaker rules come into play. And those are the ones that I'm going to go through a little bit quick in the end, because me, for an example, I lost the gold and came second in the last major because I lost 2 tiebreaker to my opponent. Shootouts in tournament do not count towards your score. And that means that you're going to play a regular game against your opponent, but you only care about yourself. It doesn't really matter if you're going to win or lose the game, just that you get a good score. But the games are the same. If you tie with your opponent, you come into a shootout. But for the tournament score, it doesn't matter if you win that game or not. The only thing that you will have to think about is maybe you play 2-3 accounts. Then you might want to just forfeit the shootouts, take them out of play, so you can just focus on the regular tournament holes. I do that because I want to save time. I don't need the coins and I don't care about my win percentage that much. If you do care about your coins, if you do care about your win percentage, and also that you maybe just want to play the shootouts, absolutely, it's absolutely free to do whatever. I just want to make it clear that it doesn't matter if you forfeit and don't play the shootouts. Prizes. Win prizes of chests, coins and balls. Prizes are awarded to players who reach the weekend round. Enter a higher level to win the biggest prizes. And that kind of makes just total sense. The higher up you play, the better prizes you will get. And we're going to check out the different divisions here. We do first have Rookie. A Rookie division, you play from the front tee, which is a difference when it comes to Pro, Expert, and Master, and of course the Wind are lower. So if you play in Rookie, you're going to pay 10,000 coins as an entry fee. Those are coins that you won't be getting back if you win, like you win or lose, doesn't really matter. You will have to pay them. Fee per game 1,000, winnings per game is 2,000. So if you win the game, you're going to get, as in the same regular tour play, double amount of coins. Then you can see the prize chest here for Kingmakers, Titans as balls. We do have a lot of cards and a lot of coins, and for a player that might have a new account or something like that, this is going to be a huge boost to the account. Everyone in the weekend round is going to get a prize chest, and then have in mind that in every weekend round there is only going to be 100 players, so it doesn't matter if there is 1,000,000 players going to the weekend round, it's still going to be 100 players per bracket. So, and therefore of course you can see the higher up you rank, the better prize chest will be. Pro Division entry fees 100,000. Fee per game 10,000, winnings per game is 20,000. As you can see, the price is getting better. More coins, more balls, more cards. And then you can see here, again, everyone in the bracket, in the weekend rock bracket, will be winning a prize chest. Expert 1,000,000 in entry fee. Fee per game 100,000, winnings per game 200,000. And as you can see now, the price chest is almost getting a bit ridiculous in a positive way. Like a lot of cards, a lot of balls, a lot of coins. Last but not least, we do have Master. And here you can win a ball that you can't win on the other divisions, which is the Berserker ball. Entry fee 10 million, fee per game 1 million, and winnings per game 2 million. And you can win Kingmakers and Berserker balls, a lot of coins, a lot of cards. And for Master player, there of course it's a boost to win a tournament, but in the end we play for the banner, most of the time at least. So there you have the prize chest, and now we're going to go fairly quick through what happens if you have the same score as your opponent. So we're going to go into the help desk, and we're going to go to tournaments, and we're going to go down as to what happens if what happens if I have the same score as someone else in the tournament. And we'll press that, and they're going to see the tiebreaker rules. And the tiebreaker rules only applies if you do have the same score as your opponent. Like for an example, qualification round, if you get a -9, I get a -9, then it first checks number of completed tournament matches. The more matches completing during the qualification, the better. Remember, we play 9 holes in the qualification. If I complete 8 games, you complete all the 9, we still have the same score. You're going to be in top of the bracket because it values more that you played more games than me. Rule number 2, a number of impressive scores, and that is something you will see in the other tiebreaker rules as well. It means that if we do have the same score, or played the same amount of games, it checks for how many albatrosses you have had for those 9 holes, then for how many eagles, then for how many birdies, then for how many pars. So if we do have the same albatrosses, the same eagles, the same birdies, the same pars, then we're going to share the position. But if any one of that is slightly different, then depending on who has the best scores there, it's going to be on top of the bracket. When we come to the opening round, we do have rule number 1, which is going to be the rule that most of the times gets applied, and that is qualifying round scores will be compared, lower the better. So if you, for example, play the opening round, you finish with a -20, your opponent finished with a -20 as well, then you go down and check the qualifying round, you finish with a -10, your opponent with a -9. That means you had a better score in the qualifying round, and you will be first in that bracket, or before your opponent in that bracket. Number 2, rule 2, number of completed tournament matches. Rule 3, number of impressive scores in the opening round. Then number of impressive scores in the qualification round as rule number 4. If everything is still the same, then you're going to share the position with your opponent. And then last but not least, the weekend round, and we go first with rule number 1 and rule number 2. Those are the most important ones. And I lost due to rule number 1 here in the weekend round, who came second instead of first. Opening round scores will be compared, lower the better. I'm going to take the example that happened in the weekend round for me. I finished with a -28. My opponent finished with a -28. My opponent had a minus 26 in the opening round. I had a minus 25 in the opening round. That means that my opponent is going to be first. I'm going to be second. If that would be the same, let's pretend that I would be having a minus 26 myself as my opponent. Then we would be going down to the qualifying round and check. My opponent there had minus 12 in his qualifying round. I had a minus 14. In that example, I would be first in that bracket. Rule number 3, number of completed tournament matches. Rule number 4, number of impressive scores in the weekend round. Rule number 5, number of impressive scores in the opening round. And rule number 6, number of impressive scores in the qualification round. If everything is the same, then you're going to share the position with your opponent. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks a lot for listening to this walkthrough of the Labor Day tournament. Do not forget to subscribe here to the channel. If you do have any question, make a comment in the comment section below and I will be there helping you out. So, good luck in the Labor Day tournament.